Welcome to today's course. Welcome to the new requirements of RTS 2728 and best execution in practice for this year, for 2023. I am the instructor of the course. My name is Evdokia Pitsillidou. I'm the Director of Risk and Compliance at SALVUS. This workshop includes an online presentation of what we are going to deliver within this course, the self-study material that we have created for understanding best practices in this field. We are following with test questions for enhancing your understanding and knowledge on this specific regulatory requirement. Finally, you will be able to obtain 5 hours of continuous professional development specific for best execution. Therefore, our aim for this course is to acquire you for all the knowledge and updates concerning best execution, responsibilities and reporting obligations through the different reports that we have. We are providing practical examples through our monitoring tool, and we wish to prepare you for an inspection from the regulator. We all know how difficult it can be an inspection from the regulator. However, it will not be difficult if you are well prepared. Therefore, our aim is to equip you with the latest developments and through practice questions to ensure that you are equipped with the knowledge that we provide to you. Of course, we provide you for the certification to meet your annual requirements for SciSec Basic and SciSec Advanced certifications. Our workshop includes the understanding and the concept of best execution responsibility, the differences between MiFID I and MiFID II, how you can comply with these requirements. We further provide insight of the Circular 343 issued by SciSec, best practices they provided to comply with best execution, and we can support you, ensure compliance towards that. So in other words, we provide you compliance tips in order to go and review your actual practices and your policies, so they match also. Further, we provide a walkthrough through our monitoring tool for best execution. Therefore, we go through best execution in practice. We explain the new requirements coming from RTS 27 and 20 reports, where we have, and we know that the reports are suspended until 28th of February, and then we have the new requirements coming up. Preparation for best execution inspection. We have been there and we know how difficult it's that. We have been ensure compliance with this inspection. Therefore, we provide through this workshop our insights. Welcome to the first section of our course, where we're discussing the responsibility of the firms over best execution. Therefore, within this first section, we are introducing our audience, you, to your responsibility and what is changing from MiFID I to MiFID II. Therefore, this section, we are discussing MiFID I, MiFID II, the responsibility of the firms, and then we are going over Q&As related to best execution. So, best execution responsibility under MiFID I referred to the duty of the investment firms, so they take all reasonable steps to obtain the best possible result when executing client orders. We highlight here the reasonable steps because over MiFID II, where we are going through enhanced regulation and through enhanced revision of the duties of the investment firms, the definition refers to the duty of the firms to take all sufficient steps to obtain the best possible result when executing client orders. And in this new revised framework, we have to consider and take into account the sufficient steps. We have to take into account also the rating, I would say, of each factor that will impact our execution. How important is the factor? And we consider price, cost, speed, size of execution, the nature of the execution, the likelihood of executing the settlement, and any other consideration where the firm considers important in order to execute client orders. So we now move into our insights and how we can perform best execution in practice. We operate under the SALVUS RegTech program, where this is set up specifically for the best execution. And where you can see from the tables here, you can track all the metrics and the importance, as per the importance, of course, of your policy, but you can track the actual trades and take actions of your best execution of your actual data. So we will now go through examples of how you can ensure best execution in practice. We're continuing our sessions with now analyzing and discussing the two reports that came up with MiFID II, RTS 27 and 28. And as most of you will be aware, that ESMA revised and reviewed its implementation of MiFID II. Therefore, it considered that the RTS 27 and 28 should be revamped. Therefore, within this section, we are also discussing the new requirements of these reports and how these are changing within 2023. Within this section, therefore, we're discussing the implementation and the importance of these two reports as they came up and what they aim within MiFID II. We're discussing extensively the RTS 28, which discloses and discusses the execution quality summary statement of the firm. And we are discussing the RTS 27, to which is applicable, and the corresponding tables, which they have to be presented, the data quality of execution of the transactions. Finally, we conclude in the section with Q&As for these two reports. The scope of these reports, of course, was to provide guidance and information to clients, whether they are retail or professional, regarding the execution venues of the firm which cooperates with, the firms to which orders were routed, if we have the routing of the transactions, and the quality of executions of all those transactions. We are aiming for best execution. Investment firms licensed now to provide services of dealing on own account, reception and transmission of orders, execution of orders, they should provide reports of both RTS 27 and 28. Whereas if we are dealing only with reception and transmission, execution of orders, meaning that they don't have them dealing on own account, they should have the responsibility to upload only their RTS 28 reports.